Stanley Victor Clark was born on July 14, 1924, in the town of Lewiston, Maine, a mill town of about 35,000 people. He was 17 years old when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and 5 of his older brothers almost immediately enlisted in the U.S. military. His nephew stresses how much Stanley also wanted to go, but that he felt an obligation to help out the family at home. So he took over his brother Gerald's job in the Libby mill and he stayed in Lewiston. A little over a year later though, on March 1943, he was drafted into the military. He volunteered for the 101st Airborne Division and the Glider Infantry Regiment. Glider riders would ride together in gliders of 15 to 20 men. There were no engines on the gliders, and so they had to be pulled and released from transport planes. The men had no parachutes, they had no jump training, they were crammed between heavy equipment, jeeps and ammunition, and with the descent there was no going back. His first time outside of training landing in a glider was when he took part in Operation Market Garden in September of 1944. He was one of 933 gliders to land in the Netherlands, and he was able to land and walk away from his glider uninjured. He soon found himself in a very bad situation though. He was part of Operation Market Garden, which began to flounder, and his regiment was trapped behind enemy lines on an island of land in the Zetten region near the town of Oppenhausen. On the morning of October 9th, 1944, Stanley's company awoke to a barrage of mortar and artillery fire. And then they were soon faced with 2 German tanks that had broken through their line. They beat the enemy back, but in the process they lost 7 of their men and 20 others were wounded. Stanley Clark was one of those men. He was hit in the chest, and soon after he was declared dead on the battlefield. I do feel that thank you is maybe not enough, and so I was thinking last night that what really needs to happen at this point, after having met Stanley Clark and having a chance to talk to some of his family, that I need to take more action. I need to push myself to be continue to be an informed and engaged citizen. I think I need to take a more active role in making sure that my government supports our veterans that do come home. And I need to continue to keep Stanley Clark's story alive and the stories of these other soldiers alive so that I can help my students see how real people are affected by war.